The calls for San Diego's Mayor Bob Filner to resign are reaching absurd levels. First, it was Hooters banning the mayor. Then a local cable television news station released what competitors called a vapid and embarrassing video set to the tune of blurred lines and starring the station's journalists.
He thinks you want it, but you don't want it. It makes us vomit. She's a good girl. The man's a bully.
That station, UTTV, released this statement, quote, "The video was made by the hosts of the morning talk show Front Page. The hosts are not news anchors and do not represent UTTV's news program. It was meant as a lighthearted parody for a personality-driven show, not as a piece of journalism." Still, that video comes out amid new serious allegations by a 67-year-old great-grandmother. Peggy Shannon is the 16th woman to say the San Diego mayor sexually harassed her.
He came up to me without any warning when I was outside going home and hugged me and kissed me, and I was appalled. I was shocked, and it's not something that I thought that the mayor would ever do.
We now enter day 26 of Filner Watch as the mayor refuses to resign or even show his face in public. Peggy Shannon's attorney, Gloria Allred, joins me now. Good morning.
Good morning, Carol.
Tell me about your client. Why did she decide to come forward?
Well, Peggy Shannon is 67 years old, as you said, a great-grandmother. She works in City Hall, and she is there to help senior citizens with services. She works part-time. She really needs her job. It's just part-time, but she lives on her Social Security, so she needs the little money, the minimum wage that the job brings in. And she was very upset when the mayor came up to her one day as she was leaving the building and planted a kiss right on her lips. This is not a California kiss just on the cheek. This is right on her lips. And that combined with other things that he said to her, like coming up to her one day and saying, "Do you think I can go 8 hours?" And she said, "You're kidding." And he says, "No, I can go 8 hours." I mean, it was really disgusting to her because, and we say to the mayor, look, we don't care how long you can go. We just want you to go as soon as possible. We want you to resign as mayor from the city of San Diego.
So many unbelievable accusations are coming out about Mayor Filner. I mean, this woman is a great-grandmother. She would probably be the least likely alleged victim of sexual harassment ever.
Well, and that is really an important issue because it's really not about sex, it's about power. It's about the arrogance of power, the sense of entitlement that he is a person in power and that he can do whatever he wants to any woman who is there, it appears. And this is particularly serious because it's an employment situation. It's like the lawsuit that I filed originally, which, you know, I think encouraged other women to keep coming forward on behalf of Irene McCormick Jackson, who was employed as his director of communications. I mean, he is interfering with their right to equal employment opportunity by treating them as though they're his sexual playthings. The mayor and the city hall should be respected, and it should not be a sexual playground that a person in power like the mayor can just play in anytime that he wants to and take advantage of these women. In the case of my client, Peggy Shannon, the great-grandmother, she was worried that maybe she would lose her job if she didn't go along with whatever the mayor was trying to do. She, of course, didn't, but she was worried that if she got on the wrong side of him, that she'd lose her little job.
So the entire city of San Diego seems to be mortified by all of this now. There are many calls for the mayor to resign, yet he refuses. Why do you, Gloria, think the mayor refuses to step down?
Well, of course, we have our ongoing lawsuit. And not only has he refused to step down, and that is really important to our client Irene, she wants justice for the people of San Diego, and she also wants justice for herself. Justice requires him to step down. We're proceeding with our lawsuit. There's a motion to change venue. Apparently, the mayor had enough confidence in the people of San Diego to ask for their vote to get elected, but he doesn't have enough confidence in them to decide, to have a jury decide our sexual harassment lawsuit. And he's seeking to move it to another county Imperial County, which is near Mexico and is almost 200 miles from my office. We're going to resist that. He did not appear for his deposition on August 9th. I'm looking forward to questioning him vigorously under oath on behalf of my client. He's not going to be able to make vague promises and speeches in a deposition. He's going to have to answer precise questions that I ask him, and I want those answers, and it's going to be under penalty of perjury.
Gloria Allred, thank you so much for being with me this morning.
Thank you, Carol.
Before we move on, an invitation for Mayor Filner. I would love